Peace, family. Welcome to another episode, Underground Railroad Productions. Out here once again. Family, I couldn't resist. Hold on. You know what, Blue? I want you to show them what I just got. Hold on. Indeed. I'm not gonna even press stop on the camera. I want y'all to. I need to go in real time and get this.
Indeed. This wasn't rehearsed, family. We're doing this in real time. Peace, love, and light to the family. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves out there. Okay, we just had to show you in real time what this greatness is all about. I got it. I wouldn't
drop that, Blue. Come on, man. Nah. You strong enough, man. I see the muscles.
This is balance.
You strong enough.
I'm one with the kale.
Listen, family. Okay. All right. I've never tasted kale like this in my life. As a man who wants to provide the best for his family, let me zoom in on that. As a man that wants to provide the best for his family, most of my serious fans know my queen and my followers, everybody that follow the page and support. I appreciate it. Y'all know my queen is pregnant. I need to provide the best.
In her third trimester.
Yeah, right? I need to provide the best at this point. And I've never tried nothing like this in my life. I told Blue, I said, Blue, I need a tray. I said, Blue, I don't need one of them little plates you give people that's fodder. I said, Blue, I need something big. You
needed portions.
I need this to be an everyday thing in my household.
Facts.
I don't know what it is about Blue. Every time this dude come out with a product, he might be doing some voodoo at home on me or something.
Please do not tell him that.
Bro.
That'll be the next one they stop me in the street with. First, you done took KT's Cosmic Greens, what is it? Cosmic College. Now you putting Juju on Brother Rich and got him doing free pro. You know the haters gonna be
listen, but now,
brother, I know he doing Juju in the back making Rich do promo for free.
Yo, listen, no, this is like I said, just like with the liquid gold
and the Seven Heaven.
And the Seven Heaven, the sea moss, man. This come from the heart. I can't make this up. This is the best kale I ever tasted in my life. My girl said it, and her friend said it at the baby shower.
Yeah.
Her family said it at the baby shower, and they was eating the meat and all that. You know, they not even vegans. So I want to thank you, brother. I'm gonna go put this in my car. Talk to the family while I get this again.
Absolutely. Again, family. I think we did a conversation about this before. And we were speaking about why these products are coming out a particular way. And, my answer was it has to be because it's being done with love. And love is a transferable energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just transference. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. I love what these products stand for. You know what I'm saying? The multifaceted aspect of what they stand for. And it translates. You know what I'm saying? People are really... They're really feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And it's fulfilling this mandate. So the time and the energy that's afforded toward this particular project is really balancing out. So I'm very thankful just to be a servant and a conduit for this good energy.
Indeed, Blue. Blue, I am seeing veganism become popular so fast at like such a speed, such a rate. I mean, the dairy industry is suffering. Yeah. There's so many industries that's suffering because people are going green. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wants to be organic and this and that. Everybody talks about Sebi now. Everybody on Instagram is talking about Sebi now. So if Sebi could be alive to see this today. Yeah. But Blue, talk to me about. We was talking about the seasons and the equinoxes and all of that good stuff. Talk to me about that and your food,
This is a very
opportune
time to have this conversation, all right? So, of course, I'm going to preference this the way that I always preference it.
44?
Vegan, the word vegan was created in 1944, okay? But today, the day that this particular video comes out, I hope it comes out on September 22nd, because that will mark the 33rd anniversary of when Sebi, my mother, and my aunt opened up the Usha Herbal Research Institute.
And it will.
On Pacific Street, right exactly where the Barclays Center is at, is when they opened up. He originally named the institute the Ogun Institute.
Wow.
Because
that's deep.
it was dealing with blood. You know, his entire dissertation was about the purification of the blood and putting iron back in the body. 98% of Americans, and it's a global population that are iron deficient.
What's percentage?
98%.
98.
Yes.
Is iron deficient?
Iron deficient.
Wow.
Because the depletion of iron in the U.S. soil is something that, you know, once again, the family could Google, but even across the world, there is a iron deficiency. You know, iron is supposed to be co-partnered with magnesium, and there's different minerals that are needed to activate iron in the diet, and they're not present. So the people are suffering from iron deficiency. He found iron phosphate plants that convert iron as opposed to iron that's being pulled from the ore. You know, the stuff that binds people up. People out here taking iron pills thinking they could get to some iron, and they're not.
It's not working.
They haven't been getting it like that. So he found plants that were rich in iron, and that was his original mission. Like, let me get the iron back into the people. You know, Maya was one of their main products that they initiated that with. Shout out to Ma'a, shout out to Fig Tree, shout out to Usha, shout out to Wiwa, shout out to everybody that was there from day one. Shout out to Sasa, you know what I'm saying? And this was the family that was with us all when we put together or we were there when our parents put together what later on became the Usha Herbal Research Institute. Initially it was the Ogun Institute, and they said the same thing about him. The Christians was like, he's doing juju. He's doing voodoo.
They said it about Jesus. Okay.
He had to change the name.
There's a trend.
He had to change the name from the Ogun Institute to the Usha Herbal Research Institute. Later on, he changed that to the Osama Institute, and he so happened to be in New York on 9/11. He was doing referrals in the hotel because him and Mama Pill just did a big lecture, you know, and they were seeing clients. He couldn't get out of the city. He couldn't get none of his packages out. He couldn't get nothing in, so he had to change the name.
Osama? That's what it's called?
He initially called it Osama. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Wow.
You know, these things just happen.
That's history. You know, a lot of people don't know that.
It's a lot of history.
You're talking about some history here.
It's a lot of history.
Okay.
And we got receipts, so, you know, our documentary will be profound. You dig? But nonetheless, you know, the brother came 33 years ago and opened up that institution in Brooklyn, New York City. That was the same location that the first case of AIDS was dealt with in 1985. A client by the name of Frank White. He was a hospice patient out of Boston. Mama Pill took care of that case right there. So this is all history. Is profound. I was happy to be in company of such revolutionary thinkers that went against the grain, because veganism wasn't a word back then, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, nobody was taking sea moss, nobody was doing any of these things. No one was talking about herbs other than the people that were the mainstays during the period of that time. I have to mention Queen Afua. We have to mention Dick Gregory. You know, Sebi just had his differences and opinions about particular approaches in the community. He came at that time and attacked people utilizing garlic, utilizing carrots. He was very unpopular at the time, because he was messing with people's livelihood by bringing information that he felt was more important than people's livelihood. Oh, and of course, you know, he was knocking soy, he was knocking colonics, he was knocking a lot of things, you know, broccoli, stuff that he felt, you know, fell in line with his conversation about hybrids. And
So why do you think it seems like there's a divide? It's a vegan and it's a Sebi vegan. Vegans are soy, it's like such a distinct difference between vegans are like, you know, hey, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's soy to this and to that. And Sebi's like, the Sebi vegans, they're like, them motherfuckers is like serious about veganism.
Yes, they are.
It's not like this. It's like
they're ultra vegan.
Ultra vegans.
Yes.
Why is there such a divide? Why haven't the vegans converted to the Sebi vegans if they're that serious about being vegans?
Brother Rich asks us the best questions, family. All right. I don't know where his moon is at and shit like that. We gotta look at his chart to see how he channels.
Shout out to Virgos.
Yeah. We still in Virgo veneration. We done switched over to Libra.
One day, no, this one day left.
Yeah, one day. We still doing Virgo veneration though. But here's the thing. Because Sebi was ethnocentric about his approach towards veganism, right? Whereas a lot of people that are running around here,
Explain that word to me. I'm not that smart. I don't
Okay.
know that. I'm not that.
he was ethnocentric, meaning that the message that he brought for veganism at that particular time was catered specifically to people who derive from Africa or diasporic regions
Okay.
of Africa,
Okay.
meaning the Caribbean, certain aspects of
Different,
the
yeah.
Americas. You know what I'm saying? Who we are diasporically and what deals with us specifically for our genetic makeup. Whereas the people that are running around dealing with veganism, as well as everything else that is introducing them from any Western slant, they're dealing specifically with European Caucasian physiology.
Okay.
They're not taking no time in the labs to do no research on our bodies, on our genetics. Okay? They're presenting information to them specifically from a Caucasian Europeanistic slant. So the people are utilizing apple cider vinegar, all kind of fermented food, soy, hybrid foods, and they're advocating for it to say, oh no, my doctor or my naturopath told me this, or David Wolf said that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, homie, that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
conversation ain't had nothing to do with you. You was
Right.
eavesdropping on somebody else's conversation, and you ran with this shit, and now you ended up in a bind somewhere where you still got to end up coming back home to your family who's telling you, look, just because you're toting this label don't mean that you're doing it right. It's like consciousness.
Woo. Okay.
So-
Okay. Wow. All right. So Blue. So
With all due respect. All right?
So Blue. So the seasons. Are you health wise? You know, we talking about health. Health usually gives you a good feeling. When you eat healthy, you feel good. When it comes to health and it comes to these equinoxes that we're talking about, I usually feel the need for some reason to fast. And every time a new season kicks in, I feel different.
Absolutely.
Talk to me, because I know you take a more metaphysical approach. You know, you're the king of 44. For those that watch the channel, they know what you talk about.
Four
the esoteric
seasons.
approach.
Let's get into it. Right? Four
Talk to me.
halves make a whole. Right? Just like our hearts, we have 4 valves in our hearts. We have 4 lobes in our brain. And that's 44 right there. Right? But there are 4 seasons, as within, so without. So traditionally, right, our people would say when seasons, particular seasons change, we were going to seasonal cleanses. Autumn was one of those seasons in particular that our family would go into the bush and get certain teas prepared because they knew that we had to do a flush leading into the autumn months, the same way that things are falling off the leaves or the same way that you have to leave behind certain things.
Wow.
You dig what I'm saying? So cooler foods are what you leave behind. Certain fruits that are out of season, you leave that behind. You don't even focus on that. You get more into soups. You get more into warmer foods. You know what I'm saying? So what is going to constitute the body to be fortified for these particular seasonal changes where you can, you can play ball. You could be in line with the times. So KT was talking about this is the time when certain spices come out. The nutmeg, the cinnamon. If you're going to do that, do it in moderation. Right? But these are the certain times that those particular foods come out. Right? Again, like I said, the soups, the teas. You dig what I'm saying? So there are certain things that signal seasonal changes. Your food should change with the seasonal change. You should be fasting. The fact that we have overindulged during these summer months at the barbecues with the food and liquor, burgers, franks, right on top of soda and beer. The fermentation process is taking place. It's impacting the large intestines, right? And it's impacting the lungs. So when we think about fire, right, because you asked me in one of our episodes dealing with Sirius, we was talking about, the fireworks and barbecue and fire and the dog days and
July
that's
4th,
synonymous,
July 4th and all
more
that.
so with these summer months. So even the body organ that needs to be detoxed during this particular time, it will be lungs and it will be large intestines. So even if we think about, in these summer months, the overindulgence of smoking, or inhalation of smoke, whether that be at barbecues or, in the streets or what have you. So these are the times now where you need to start detoxing the lungs, because the inflammation is going to take place there, and that which leads to exasperation of sinuses, which then leads to them lining you up for flu shots. You dig what I'm saying? Because now all of this food has been impacted and fermenting in the gut. You dig what I'm saying? And this is when the influenza season starts, hence the flu shot.
Flu season.
Right, the flu season. You know, all of this is from, once again, you know, what's going on internally. You dig what I'm saying? So we have to start shedding and releasing and open up the channels of elimination. So that's what the large intestine detox is about.
So, Blue, you're going to sit here today and you're going to tell me, when we hear the word flu season, that the flu season doesn't have nothing to do with the weather or anything external. We cause the flu season because of our holiday habits. That's what you're telling me. Hold up. That's what because of our holiday habits, collectively, the collective consciousness engages in this holiday habit, and we cause the flu season on ourselves. That's what you're telling me, my brother?
Yes, I'm saying that certain diseases are cycled based on lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The way that we abuse our bodies during a particular time allows the pharmaceutical industry to say, well, when seasonal changes happen because the people are off kilter, this is what the body corpus. If we're looking at our people, not just melanated people per se, let's look at an entire country, right? Who are cycled during periods. If they say, look, we know that they're cycling during these periods, engaging in this, that, and the other. So when this happens and they haven't prepared for this, this automatically is going to be, you know, it's going to be off the meters. So let's start floating them, you know, these shots, because they're going to, right, we're talking about mucus inflammation. They're going to have an increase in mucus, right? They're going to have an increase in sneezing and sinuses. And then they're going to have to get these shots. So the shots are all lined up perfectly where they're like, you could go in there and get them for free at this particular point.
Damn. Man, listen, this is health.
And then, right, if we don't properly prepare for this autumn-fall period, because you have a small grace period, okay, leading up from when? Only the end of September to the end of October.
Right.
Right, because when October comes, Halloween hits,
right?
Super candy, right? So the blood is now being compromised by this overindulgence of chocolates and sugar, okay? Again, a fermentation process in the intestines where the food ain't moving. Then they hit you with Thanksgiving, where we purposely what? Synonymous with the itis. Okay, so we're sitting at the food, we're sitting at the table, getting the soul food, heavy carbs, heavy starch, on top of all of the sugar and the liquor. Okay, and then that cycles you right into Christmas, and that cycles you right into New Year's with all of this fermentation, all of this alcohol in your body. So by the time spring comes around, and if there's no detoxing being done, that's when they go to war.
During springtime.
During springtime. Do the research, family.
So you saying that?
They did Iraq on March 19th, right? First day of spring, it's when they jump it off. So not only are the people off kilter in terms of the body politics, but we're not even celebrating the supposed New Year. We're not even paying homage to our ancestor. So we're not only indulging and celebrating during the winter months or the end of winter, you know, these portal periods, these solstice periods, right? We're not paying homage and understanding the whole ritual of the moon, or the sun for that matter. But then, you know, even when spring comes around, when the exaltation of the sun takes place, when it has risen to its station, all of this tied into Sirius, by the way, we're nowhere to be found. We're just saying, oh shit, you know, there's new leaves outside and I see bees, happy spring. But we're not honoring what that means as a cycle, as within, so without. We have a connection to the natural cycle of these seasons. You know what I'm saying? We love to use these monikers and argue happenstancely about we're God and A being, well, how are you God, goddammit? What's the cycle? You feel me? How are you tied into it? How are you the governor or the you know, because this whole fight that people are having about who's in charge and you know who you know what I mean, who's responsible for this particular dominion. When they talk this talk like this liturgical biblical talk, and they say that they're God's children or they're God's chosen or they're God himself, well, God damn it, well, that comes with a set of responsibilities. Okay? The farmer is God because he knows the cycles. He brings forth. Is he not engaging in the aspects of co-creation, of bringing forth according to cycles? All right? So what's closer to God than that? But one who aligns themselves with the natural cycles, doesn't know everything that needs to be known, but knows according to these particular moon cycles, I'm going to put this seed in the ground and I'm going to step back and I'm going to let earth do the rest. So you're co-creating with the firm bosoms, the fertile bosoms of planet earth, accompanied by that sunlight of father. You dig what I'm saying? And you, the child, you're doing the job that you have to do by putting that seed in the ground just for you to reap the harvest and feed yourself and your family. That's Godding. You dig what I'm saying? So we've been so far removed from that within itself, we don't even understand, like I said, how to coincidentally prepare yourself just to be in line with the seasons.
Being that you're talking about the seasons, Blue, and I'm gonna end this in a little while, but I definitely, man, this is so necessary. This is so necessary, brother. Not just for the people, but for myself. I needed to hear this, and I wanted to hear this. So I want to thank you, my brother.
Indeed.
I want to thank you for feeding my family. That's something, a motherfucker that feeds your family, that's something that's important. That's something that should be honored and respected. My nigga, you not just you feeding my unborn son.
Wow.
Nigga, I ain't taking that for a joke. My nigga,
that's
and I say
major.
my nigga in the biggest form of respect.
I feel you.
You feeding my unborn son, my nigga, and I'm saying it on camera, like nigga, like your job ain't light. Your job ain't light.
I understand.
So I want you to understand your purpose, bro. Like that bowl I got there, that's an important bowl. You know what I mean? Like
it's
that's
going directly.
Yeah, that's some important shit to me right now.
I even wanted to say, this would be the best point for CMOS.
Yeah.
Because CMOS is it's like colostrum fluid. It's like breast milk. So
I talked to KT about the KT done he got me on site. KT, the whole Pill family. Shout out the whole Pill family. The whole Pill family, man.
Shout out mama.
The whole Pill family, this Pill family, man, these motherfuckers, they serious, bro. They serious. So, want to say that. But listen, first comment, then a question. I'm glad you're talking about the seasons. I've always, one of the reasons, besides the fact of me being a Virgo, I always appreciate the Virgo season, Blue, for the simple fact that in NYC, during the summertime, you can't see the Sirius Star constellation. The Sirius Star constellation comes back around during the Virgo season. So when my constellation comes back around, when I see the Orion belt and the Sirius Star, it feel like home again. So I'm like, and then my birthday come back around, so it feel like it's just for me. It feels special, man. So I appreciate that the Sirius Star comes back around when it's Brother Rich's birthday. Oh, that shit feel good.
It does, but it's also prominent in Cancer too.
Hey, listen. We talking about Virgos right now. But listen, besides that, my brother, what I want to talk to you, besides the food,
right?
We talk about veganism and the fruits and all of that. There's another aspect of health that you talked about, and you did a video about with the brother Ty, and we talking about the breath, and that's a huge aspect of the health. And there's something called breatharians. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, there's breatharians, yes.
So the thing about the breath is that, and what I want to talk to you about the breath is that, and since we're talking about seasons, my brother, is that every season, when I breathe, I get a different energy. So I you know what's funny? I just finished telling my girl, I love the air that I get during the fall, but when it's the wintertime, I love the air when it's December 22nd. I love that air. And I be like, I love this air. But then when it's springtime, I love that air. But when it's fall, it's like
it's different air.
It's a different air
quality.
So we talk about different foods, but there's a different air quality every season that creates a different consciousness.
A sweetness in the spring. Yes. Fall is a little crisper.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Winter's a little more penetrating.
Yes.
You feel me? So that it would be like more of an astringent.
It feels like food, Blue.
Almost like spices, how they say sweet, sour, bitter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very key observation.
So how important is that to observe that and appreciate, because we don't appreciate air, we don't appreciate the breathing.
Yeah, we don't break it up.
We don't even appreciate that it's different every season.
No. We don't pay attention to stuff like that.
So,
Only a Virgo would catch that. But that's a whole details.
Sometimes,
Virgo's
Blue,
all about details.
I'm tell you, Blue, I was walking the other day and I haven't felt because summertime takes away the wind. When the wind came in, I felt like that shit was information just coming to me, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I want to eliminate all thought. I just want to take in this win right now, because that's the information, the download.
Yeah, the download.
That's the download. Yeah, man. Yo.
But
Blue, but Blue, just basically to wrap it up, could tell the people once again, because like I said, it's so something we do every day that we take it for granted.
Take it for granted, yeah. And breath is everything.
That breath,
you know what I'm saying? The etymology of breath is spirit, you know? So, breath is life itself. We speak about you could do without food for X amount of time, you could do without water for X amount of time. But breath is what's animating you. It's that intangible force. When we speak about the unseen and people get into the comment section and they get into their literalism.
But I understand that. I get that, brother. Listen, we get that.
But let's talk about the animating force of breath that you can't see.
Blue. Listen, Blue. When they tell me, I'm sorry, my brother. When they tell me, I hear this science of breathing 3 breaths a minute and I could tap into a different consciousness. People want to know, it sounds like psycho, what do they call that? What's that word? That they love to use for the metaphysician? Pseudo. It sounds pseudo. Yeah. When they say you breathe 5 times a minute or something, and you could tap into a different the delta and the alpha and all of that.
Yes.
Just tell us a little bit about that, my brother.
Okay. Now, if I do this. I could go on and on and on, but by doing that concentration, I'm slowing my brain waves down, which is putting me into this induced state, right? Where it's a lot easier for me to tap in,
right,
as they say. You know what I'm saying? And that tap in is getting in between that middle point where we're awake but we're asleep. You know what I'm saying? That middle point that we really want to get to, because that's where we create from.
We all know that point.
Right? In a way, the best way to bring about that level of concentration is to bring about that level of concentration. And it's done through the breath. You know what I'm saying? Because the labored breathing or the slowing down breathing is dealing with heart rate.
Even in birth, like my girl, like all they keep stressing is the breath.
That's all they keep stressing. Man. So it's dealing with heart rate. You know what I'm saying? So if I could slow my heart rate down, right, which is now regulating how much blood is pumping toward extremities, you dig what I'm saying? Then, I'm really focusing my concentration. We're going to have to do a more in-depth, really studying the metaphysics of manifestation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
I got some jewels and I got some gems. And I want to put together a concise dissertation that the family can really appreciate, so we can speak to them what the metaphysics of manifestation are. We can speak about, how they could get into their bag, but this is really dealing with the breath. This is really dealing with focus and concentration. This is really dealing with metaphysics and meditation. Not metaphysical mumble jumble, but real talk. You dig what I'm saying? So I feel that would be my easiest answer, slowing down heart rate.
Breathing through the nose and out the mouth, is that like,
Yes, I could give you a demonstration one more time if you want, because this is my 4-4 breathing demonstration. And, this was something that was taught to me by my grandfather. So me sharing it with the world.
Woo, that's deep.
Again, this is propagating his legacy, you know what I'm saying, and what he left with me to help other people. So I do a process where I inhale, right, and the inhalation period is on a count of 4. Now you're counting in 4 like you counting bars in your head. So you inhale for 4. You're holding for 4. And you're exhaling for 4. And you're holding for 4 seconds until you repeat that. Now, on the exhalation process, you can go from either 4 to 8. You could go from 8 to 16. And when you really get locked in, like I was doing earlier, you can do a 32 count. You know what I'm saying? This is concentration on a whole nother level. You're slowing down time. You know what I mean? Your manifestation powers are going to be like this. Once you slow down, that exhalation, you know what I'm saying? Because you're releasing at this particular point. This is your negation. And Valentine always told us about the importance of negation. He said that's where, quote unquote, God is created. That's where the work is done from. So we wanna get into that negation point, you know what I'm saying, and extend that negation point, you know, and then you reset and you come back again and you loop it. And the more that you concentrate and do that for yourselves, right? 4 steps of 4 metered breathings, then you're going to start going on autopilot, and your body, you'll just find your body just starts regulating and regularly breathing on that cycle for itself. And yes, when I'm inhaling through the nose, I'm exhaling out of the mouth, I'm locking the tip of my tongue to the roof of my mouth to activate my pineal activity, and I'm using Soul Gold liquid to accentuate the pineal gland while I'm doing all this. So I'm supercharging, you feel me? And if you really want to dig into this, family, wake up when the sun comes up and sun gaze and do this. Do your 4-4 breathing while you sun gazing, looking out of one eye, switching it to the next eye, and then opening up both eyes and looking at it. But please do this with practice. You know what I mean? Don't just jump into sun gazing without a level of instruction, because you could burn out your corona, so they say. Is it cornea or corona? Yeah, one of them joints.
One of them joints.
Yeah, family, breath is everything. Breathing is the key, you know what I'm saying, to tap in and to get you out of these stressful situations and to put you into something that is a little bit more in control and, that you're in control of. You feel me? And enjoy this time. When the wind is blowing, like he said, these stuffy, humid summer months of New York will have you appreciate the looseness and the openness of the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Virgo's a woman. It's like she allows herself to be opened up, and then she into her I'm a Scorpio. I can't help this shit. Then she get into her what was that movie called? 50 Shades of Black. Libra's tied up and shit, right? They put the blindfolds on, and Scorpio, it's a wrap.
Oh, man.
We do some crazy shit during Scorpio.
Leave your contact information, my brother, once again.
Blue Pillar 44. All right, that's on my IG. Blue Pillar 44 on IG. Blue Pillar 44 at Gmail. If you want to holler at me, you got any comments about this video, you want to email it to me and have a conversation, you could do it through the email, or you can inbox me or DM me on the social medias. Soul Gold Biz for that. Liquid Gold Drops, SOLEGOLDBIZ.com. Again, if we're going into these these winter months, these fall, autumn months, make sure that you get some gold. Have that piece of sun still with you. You feel me? When we fall into these months, get yourself some silver instead of getting your flu shots. Silver works perfectly. Once again, you could Google this. Before they created antibiotics in a goddamn hospital, they used to use silver. Hence the saying that rich people put silver spoons in their children's mouth, because silver is a disinfectant. It's antibacterial, antifungal. So get you your silver bullet off of SoulGoldBiz.com. What else we got out there? We have apparelnormal.com for the good cloth. All right. Shout out to my dude Berto for these shirts. I'm going to have the link up for that soon. My power pieces. We got some jewelry. Shout out to Baba G. I got the Black Panther line still coming out. And for your official detoxing, holisticheist.com, greenleaf-herbs.com, kt2thearchdegree.com. Get your herbs, get your detox packages together. More importantly, family, take care of your bodies, take care of your family bodies, take care of your family home. You know, do your best to remain germ-free during these times, these transitional times, these transitional season times, so you don't find yourself having to get a flu shot. You don't find yourself in a hospital surrounded by people that have all sorts of festering disease because they are walking petri dishes by way of all the bacteria that has formed during these fun summer months. All right? So peace, love, and light. I want to thank you. Thank you, Brother Rich. Thank you to the Underground Railroad family. Make sure that you go to Patreon. All right, become a Patreon subscriber, a supporter. Shout out to that Holy Ghost EP, Cambada and Cannabis. Amazing lyricism. Haven't heard nothing like that in a long time. 100 times better than Eminem. Peace.
Peace.